so glad you could join me here today. Today we'll be doing a little different video than regular. I thought today I would show you how you guys can practice and build up your skills as a painter, learning how to master the basics before going on to doing big paintings and challenging yourself. So as you may see here, I have a regular canvas and I painted the whole canvas blue, and I was practicing different style mountains, different style trees, many different stuff I was practicing on here. And I thought I would take this time to show you guys how you guys actually can practice and build up your skills. So, get your brushes, get your paints out. Let me put some gesso and we'll be right back to see how you can take a regular canvas and practice with it to see how to build your skills before actually starting the whole paint. So now that you have your canvas ready and you probably have your paints ready, these are somewhat dried up paint for me, but we'll do what we have. But once you have everything ready, we can start practicing. So I thought today we can start off with a couple skies, maybe trees, just cover the basics so you guys can learn them. So let's get started with today. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna use one of these cheap brushes. I customized it to say my name, make it look like outer space. Too much time on my hand. It's a cheap brush you can get any art store or hardware store. So just going into a little bit of cadmium yellow, a little bit of white. Just mix it up on the brush. And by doing this, it serves you a good practice. Now, you can put tapes and divide it by 4. You can just eyeball it pretty much. You know what? This one takes off the paint. We'll use my Bob Ross brush. A little bit more pigment. There. You know what? Let's paint the whole thing yellow. What the heck? You're probably saying, well, that's not how you do a sunset. Well, it's practice, and when you're practicing, you can try different things. So when you actually paint, you know what works, what doesn't. So, just going into some white and just tone it down. Something like so. Let's go into a little bit of alizarin crimson. A little bit of that on the brush. And just has yellow, so it should blend and make a nice color. I finally got some new stuff I ordered to hopefully improve the quality of everything. Let me just lower the brightness a bit. But hopefully with the new stuff, I should start shooting 2 angles, so one on the side and one in the front. I think those videos should be exclusive to like Fridays maybe. Get you guys a bit excited for it. Give it to you at the end of the week. Regular videos like these, well, this is a little different, but regular filming like this every Wednesday. And if you guys want live streams, we could replace one. I don't know. Going into red and phthalo blue. Now let's grab white. since it's a lavender, shouldn't really turn green. Those pure blue, yeah, it'd probably turn bright green on us. Let me dim it more so you guys can see the natural colors. But as you can see, it gives me like a weird gray tone. Alright, now that you saw that, we're gonna amp it up a bit with our light. Let's grab a little bit of alizarin crimson, a little bit of phthalo blue. Remember, we're just practicing. We're not doing an actual painting. This painting wouldn't hang up on my wall. This painting I wouldn't sell to anyone, because it's a painting I use to practice my skills and build them up as a painter. So the next time, boom, all ready to go. Should have reloaded my palette a bit more. I thought, I'm not gonna use these colors. So, but do like nice bluish lavender, more to the blue side. There. You can do any color basically. But you get the gist of it. Look, let's do a stormy sky. Just right to the side. It's phthalo blue. More phthalo blue than alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson is strictly there just to tone the color down. There. Okay. Now let's go into some more phthalo blue. We'll go pure phthalo blue, and let's do a sky that's nice, bright. The sky we all see every day. There. And then maybe, what's another one? Ooh, let's do a sky like if it were nighttime. Just going into a little bit of that blue and midnight black. It almost looks like that color. Okay. But yeah, this canvas would be strictly just for practicing purpose, not to see oh, I did this good, it's for that, but not like completed painting wise. Just going across, just for the sunset one, really. And you really, that simple, you got sky, and let's say, oh, I want to try practice clouds. Well, you can grab any brush you want to practice with. I'm going to go with the filbert. I'm going to try a different type of cloud, the one I've been doing recently. Little shadow in the cloud and the actual cloud. Let's do it for this regular sky. So, just using the filbert. There we go. Here. But right here, when trying this out, you don't have to be worried about how good it looks, how bad it looks. All you have to worry about is, am I practicing my skills? And what do I struggle so I can practice? And if you wanted to, you could paint the whole canvas blue and just go over and over and over. If like you're gonna practice strictly mountains or strictly clouds, like if you don't care about the sky, let's say, then that's completely okay. Some titanium white, load it up. So there's too much paint on there, and the paint on top is thick paint, so that's thin paint will stick to a thicker paint. There. I rarely use a filbert brush. Okay. There we go. And then I would just tap this out a bit because I want that base to look like it has shadows, but I don't want it to look like a stormy cloud. And this is where you could spend your whole day or night or whatever you wanna, whatever time you're working at. Let's say I want to pick out certain stuff because let's say it looks like a stormy cloud. I can pick out certain areas to make it stand out a bit more, and maybe I'll blend it out less, even though it already has white, so it'll look less dark in a way. There. It's good to spend time to just practice, practice what you're struggling. We all know what we struggle. We just say, yeah, we're good. We're good, and we hide that struggle away. Maybe it would work out better instead of doing my shadows like that. Afterwards, I just use a palette knife. You see, you can experiment and come up with new ideas, new things while doing this. Sometimes I'll sketch out some clouds or whatever, and I'm just like, wow, it looks so good on paper, but when I try bringing it on canvas, it's not bad, but it looks different. So with experimenting with stuff, you can see, okay, this way does this other way does this thing, so you just know. There, see, that looks like the darkness is there, but I wouldn't use such dark color to put underneath, but you get the general idea. Maybe we do want a big stormy cloud, big giant ball. We'll do like a cotton ball. People say it's hard to make clouds. Well, some people. I think they're easy because you can put up a random shape and still find a way to make it look decent. Look, lift up, go across. Maybe there is another cloud right around there. Okay, just by using the corner of your 2-inch or 1-inch, whatever you're using. And let's say that's it for me. Then I can go ahead with some white if I wanted to, and just pick out some clouds. If there's stormy clouds, I probably wouldn't want to highlight them too much since they're stormy. They gotta look rough, they gotta look dark, they gotta look, at least in my opinion. Art is everything about your opinion and how you view certain things. Some people might say, no, you gotta highlight it like this one. That's perfectly fine. Maybe this one, since it's farther back, it would be less highlighted. So just grab the corner of your brush and just get the base of that cloud. And look at that. Like that, you already practiced some stormy clouds, you practice different skies, you practice different things. Now, let's say, I really struggle with making a tree. So, let's grab some black. Let's say I struggle with like an oak tree. Okay. I'm not really trying because 1, I'm tired. 2, I'm tired. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just came back from a walk in the park with some family. Spend some family time, And I'm a bit tired from that, so usually when I'm tired, I don't give it all here. That's why I paint when I'm all good to go. You can use a brush, you can use a palette knife. I just want to get the sticks on here. You can use a script liner brush. You can use a flat brush. It's all up to you. There. There we go. Maybe, just maybe, let's use the cheap brush that I was using to apply the liquid white. And when I first tried the sky, let's see how this goes. I just want crazy shapes, figures, but I don't want to hide everything. Let's say that's my tree. Okay? And we'll grab a little bit of red, a little bit of green. Maybe a little bit of white. Maybe this tree is like a little swampy type tree. I made a brown to the greenish side and I don't have more red, so we'll have to do, but it's just practice. you can practice with many different colors, many different shapes. See, but most of it would get covered up. That's why I don't worry too much when making tree branches, because I just keep in mind they're gonna get covered up anyways. Okay, a little bit of black just to darken it up. There. Okay, and let's just go into our dark color, a little bit of cadmium yellow. There. Load that brush up full with paint. Let's dip it into a little bit of liquid white. Homemade liquid white, actually. I made it. And let's come up here. Light's coming this way. Gotta think of the leaves, where the light would hit it. Can't just put it at random. Sometimes random works, but you gotta think of the leaves. You gotta think like a leaf. Okay, little bit of midnight black. I stay quiet a lot. I noticed that, and when I watch my videos and everything back, and I'm working on that. I am truly working on that. Just a little bit more darker color. See, it is a cheap brush. It's not gonna look the best. It's like for gesso only, but I like to just mess around a bit. But as you can see, you can practice that. Maybe you're like, no, I don't struggle with that. I'm perfect with trees. I'm perfect with clouds. I'm perfect with making skies, but I struggle with mountains. Okay, well, just cut a roll and just simply practice mountains. Let's say just right there. Okay, just scratch off. Okay, grab 2-inch brush and just pull that paint. Okay, and let's say you just grab a little bit of white. Oh, I got marbleized, and you just go for it. You practice how much pressure, you practice what steps you gotta take, how to make your mountains stand out, what colors you like to use, because Bob Ross would always use white and blue. I always hated that blue. I said blue doesn't go on mountains, so I usually do like a gray. If I feel like using blue, I'll do like a grayish blue, but I'll never do like a light blue. But with practicing, you'll say, okay, I don't like this color, but I certainly do like this color. And that's just a way of coming together and building things. Let me go into straight midnight black. Maybe you want that contrast. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want that nice light phthalo blue look, which is perfectly okay. There. There we go. Maybe a little bit over here. The main thing with painting is just have fun. Art is just something to have fun with. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. And most people hate art. I tell you by school experience, they just hate it because many people make up rules, make up expectations, expect them for their drawings or paintings to look like Picasso. And we all paint and draw differently. So you just have to enjoy the process and really find what you're good at, and just practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Now, last example I'm gonna show, because I could go on and on and on. If you guys like, I could probably try to do like 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours, I don't know, of me teaching you guys how to do certain things step by step by step. And I don't know, put it on YouTube. I don't know if sell it for $1 or $2, just. And if I do sell it, it's not I'm trying to hide it from you guys. It's just I'm trying to help myself buy the paints, buy new material. It's not because I'm trying to hide information from you. Trust me, if I do plan to sell certain like lessons or whatever, I'm gonna sell them very, very affordable, something where I would even say, okay, it's worth it. I wouldn't sell you for $50 a lesson. Why would I do that? Your support is enough to me. But okay, let's say maybe you struggle with putting snow, right? Let's say right here would be a snowbank, and you used to be like me where you grab white and it blends in and you're just like, oh man, I wanted it to pop out more. Some people may like it like that, just not me. Grab some white on your palette knife and you can just smear it right across. I said this in a previous video, right where you think you want your highlights to be, and just lightly blend them. Blend them. Caress them very lightly. And just like that, you can make it pop out too. Now, alright, very last example I'm gonna do, because I'm running out of paint on my palette. Let's say you struggle with bushes. You're like, bushes? Oh, I hate them. That's why I never paint them. You can just plop something in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what shape, doesn't matter what size. What matters is you practice. And just practice like building your bushes, building that layer. Let's say maybe here. There we go. Maybe I want them to be a little bit more green. Just a bit saturated. Let's say, right? Boom. A little more green there. Let's say I want this one to show up over. Let's say I want a nice dark green bush. You can do that. You just have to practice and feel what you're doing and compare it to others. I'm gonna just do it sloppy just to get it over with. Maybe you want a path. But notice how this wouldn't be a painting. It's just somewhere separate a canvas just to practice the basics that you may struggle at. Look, graze it. Shoom. Okay? But this will conclude today's video. I know it's not a regular painting that you would expect from me. I know I got you guys used to watching me paint a whole painting, but I thought, what's the point of showing you guys to paint? Sorry. When you may not even know the basics and you want to learn how to paint. Just grab yourself a nice canvas, something you would use to paint, and just start painting. Not to hang up on your wall, of course. Well, you could hang it up on your wall even if you wanted to. But if it's not for that, just for the practice, just for learning how to move the brush, learning how to load up your paint, learning simple tricks that will improve your painting like that. So I hope this helps you out, and I hope you try this out if you're struggling with anything, whether it comes with mountains, foothills, rivers, waterfalls, trees, bushes, clouds, skies. I I probably can't cover everything, but I know if you guys really need something, you guys can practice it over and over and over. So, how I said, I really hope this idea helps you guys to build that confidence. So when you're painting, you say, I know this, I got this. It's very easy. But until then, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and don't be discouraged by anything that anyone says. Remember, art has no rules, so why follow any that someone tells you? You follow your own rules. Until then, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Goodbye.